Hey folks, how you doing? This video is going to be about weight versus drops and syringes. So drops and syringes on this side, weight on this side. We're going to see the pros and cons of all of it. So let's, without further ado, let's just go straight into it. I am making a recipe that's a brand new one. I'm not going to go into the recipe because it's something that it's the first time I'm going to mix this, but it's something I want to develop and get it more balanced. So you'll like the name of it though. It's called Show Us the Melons, and it's 5 different lots of melon. I ordered these melons: melon, cantaloupe. There's a candy melon. There's 2 lots of watermelon and a normal melon, and I ordered 4 of them, which I've never had before, to make this. You've got the Monster Melon by Cottonwoods out there. I'm not trying to clone that or anything, but I just wanted something real melon. I'm not going to put no sweetener with it or anything like that. May even put some Bitter Wizard with it or something to take the sweetness out. But right now, or even sour. But right now we're just going to mix those 5 flavors. I'm going to get a taste for them, see where each one's coming from, and go from there. Anyway, let's not go on too much about that. I have the recipe right here. Okay, and we're going to go weight first. So I need 1108 of vegetable glycerin. Let's get that right there. The scales were zeroed out. 1108. So get up to about there, slow down a little bit. Right, we've gone 10. Alright, we're at 10. Whoa. Went too far there. We're going to have to squirt some back in. Now this is not a con. This is, I'm not going to take this as a con. This is just me being a dick. Right. Yeah, stick him back on there and do the damn thing properly. See, I squirted out quite a bit there as well. It only needs maybe 3 or 4 more drops. Now, this is kind of a con with it, that you're there fiddle fucking a little bit towards the end, but whereas a syringe just dumps it in there. But but we'll talk about that afterwards. Okay, we are going to start with Loran's melon. Something I've got to do with Loran's melon, I've got to use one of these because it doesn't have a dropper on it. Actually, I could put one on there. I do have a dropper for Loran, and it could stay on it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to use the pipette. And zero that out. And we are doing 0.31. Smells, that's such a good melon. It's the only melon I've ever messed with, really, because it's that good. I didn't see a point of getting any other one. Okay, and I am using, I'll have to have a look what the app's called. I think it's like the Juice Lab or something like that it's called. Right, I'll put this here ready for the next one. Wild Melon by Flavora. This is a very candy melon. I've just got this one going in at 1%. It's less than all the others. I don't want it too candied. It's just 0.1 grams. Let's tear it out. It's something I've got to keep remembering to do. There we go. Tear it out. And we will go with Melon Cantaloupe by Flavora. You can follow this recipe by all means, but it's a bit of a shot in the dark to begin with, and then it's one that I'm going to work on for a couple of weeks and try and get him somewhere where I want him to be. Okay, so Melon Cantaloupe 0.41. The scales are zeroed out. This is one of those hard bottles to squeeze. 0.42, as close as we're going to get. Alright, zeroed out again. We've got Watermelon by TFA. Again, not used this one before either. I basically just gave it a smell and a little taste on the back of my hand, and that's what I've done with the other ones. Try and work out what I wanted in there. 0.21. The thing you should do with these is try each individual one on its own and vape them and get that kind of flavour profile from them. I normally stick a little bit on the back of my hand like so, rub it in there, and then put my tongue on it. Oh, it's nice. It's kind of like putting aftershave on. Okay, zero that out. We're going 0.21 again. Again, this is another new one. See how that is compared to the other one. That one, I thought, I thought they were the other way around. This one tastes more cantaloupe than the cantaloupe does. Oh, zero out again. It's jumped a little bit. There we go. Right, 0.21. There we go, bang on. Okay, well there's that one done. I'm not putting any nicotine in. I'm getting very low on nicotine, so I'm not putting any in my trial mixes right now. Give them a good whisking up. For those of you who've not seen this before, it's the Norpro mixer, frother. Let's have a look. Deluxeless Cordler Mini Mixer 5-piece set by Norpro. Get it on Amazon for about $6.50 or something like that. I think I paid for it. It's very cheap. I know I didn't pay over $7 for it anyway. And I can't believe it's this good. Something so cheap. Okay. There's that one done. So we will call this one, I'll just call it, let's just call it Melons Weight. Do you know how you weigh a woman's melons? You don't know? Grab hold of them with each hand, you go, way. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Talking melons and weight. Alright, 0 milligram. And today is the 9th. 1-9. Oh, what did I do that for? 0 milligrams, idiot. I made a messy label. Okay, I'm just going to use half a label. Just a little trial. Okay, now we're going to pack the scales up. Turn them off. Put the covers back on them and get them out the way. Now we're going to go back to how I've always done it. Not saying it's the way it should be done. I've used scales because a lot of people went on it, was talking about it on the channel, and I thought, well, I'm not an ignorant person, I will try it and see how we get on. Oh, I need a bottle. I only got out one bottle. Real smart. And we're going to need a lid. And we're going to need a dropper. Okay. All right. That's why I put the VG in first, look. That's why I always put the VG in first. Now normally I'd have this cup with VG in there, so there's one thing I clean out. I didn't clean out anything with the scales. There was nothing to clean. So normally I'd have VG in this cup. That's something I've got to wash out. What I'll do is I'll take it out of here today, but just pretend it was the cup, so the cup needs washing. So that's one kind of con with that. So 8.3. go. And then that's the VG over, done. That's quicker. But we'll talk about that afterwards, because it's quicker, but then again it's not quicker. But we will have a discussion about that. Right, I'm going to drops now. So I'm going from mils to drops. I've already shaken them all, but let's shake them again. Alright, it says 9.6 drops on here, which I'm going to round them all up, so it's going to 10. No weight to look at, just drop them in very fast. That was quicker. Let's put them over here. And wild melon, 3 drops right here. My daughter doesn't know I'm making a video, so she's probably going to come up in the middle of this, I'm sure. No way I'm going to get away with doing something on my own. Melon cantaloupe, we've got 13 drops. Got more of this one because I wanted it a little, I don't want it very sweet. This one didn't seem as sweet as the others. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Again, quicker, not looking at weight, just counting drops. Watermelon. Oh, that needs to go back in its rightful place as well. Watermelon by TFA. It says 6.4, so we'll round it. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One thing we'll do at the end of this as well, we'll weigh them both. And we'll see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, to me that's quicker. Very quick. I dirtied a syringe and a cup. Oh, I've got to mix it. Oh, and a pipette, but we did, the pipette was done with both of them anyway, so we can't count that one. Oh, actually, did I put that one in? Damn, almost got to watch the video again. Did I put the bottle in? This is what's annoying with me. Oh, crap, I've really got to watch the video again. See if I put it in or not. I don't think I did. I've put it back in its place though. Oh, I will say that we did. Yeah, we did, because it's 9.6, and that's the one I said I'd round up, and we done 10. I got bad memory. That's why I take it from where it is and put it back in its place. Yeah, I did do it. Because I remember putting the melon over there when we done the other one. There you go, look, he's going nice and creamy coloured. Right. Okay, so there's that one done. We'll give him a label. This one's drops. So melons, drops, 0 milligram, and it's the 9th to date. So there's 2 of them. About the same size label. This one might be a bit bigger label. All right, let's see where we are. Alright, first one is 17.95, 17.96, 17.96. This one, 16.5. That's a huge difference. Huge. Sure I didn't do anything crazy there. Yeah, I did. I said 8.3 mil, didn't I, of vegetable glycerin. Didn't put that in there, did I? Sorry, I'm just not with it tonight. really not. I put 8.3 in, so I need to put another 0.4. Still want to put it in with a syringe to keep this right. Use the same syringe as well. We just need to get 0.4 out of it, which is that little mark there. That might, it's probably still, that's not going to make it up. I know that, that's not enough weight. But you know, they won't be that far apart, not on 10mm. And if you don't believe me, watch the video back, I know what I've done on that one. Okay. That one's 17.36. So we are half a gram difference. And half a gram would, okay, wild melon. That can't be right, can it? It's like 1.5 drops. It's not enough to get your dick out over, is it? Just check it again. 17.35. 17.3, about 17.40. Sorry, it's going up to 17.8, 17.38. So about 17.40. The other one was 17.98. So yeah, about 0.6. So let's make that up. Let's make it up in drops and see what the difference was. Oh, I went in. I had to make up 0.36, didn't I? Make sure I got nothing left in that bit, because I don't want this to be. All right. So let's tear it. We want 0.6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, we're not quite there. It's probably 12, 13 drops. And I know where it went. I know where it went wrong. It went wrong with the VG, because doing it with this is not that accurate. You get somewhere in the neighborhood, especially with me, where the numbers are kind of worn a little bit. But that's where we're losing that one. I think the drops themselves are not far off. But that shows you there that they are both different. Now we'll go to the pros and cons. Before we do, I'm going to restart the camera, because we're getting to that point. I can turn that off. Here's my take on it. If you want accuracy and you need to be dead accurate, if you're selling this stuff, you need scales. You've got to have scales. If you are making 30mm batches and below, I wouldn't worry about the scales. If you're always doing that and it's for yourself, because you'll be duplicating what you do every time. So your bad habits will continue to be the same bad habit. If I'm reading it slightly wrong on here, I'll read it slightly wrong every time I do it. So the mix will always be the same. Where the problem comes in is when you've got 30mm or 15mm or 10mm like I've done. I've just mixed this by drops. Just mix that by drops. And now it's so nice. I want to make 200mm of it. This here is not going to get you very close. I know that from my all-day vape. My all-day vape's slightly different than what it is if I make 30mm of it. And the reason why that is, I'm not doing drops. I'm putting it in a. I'm not doing drops with the strawberry that comes out of it. So I wanted to make sure that I was recording sound. Because it's so many drops, you know, it's a couple hundred drops and things like that. I put it out with a syringe, you know, and put like 6mm in at a time or whatever it is I need. And then the drops are not exactly 32 to the mil, you know. I've never tested what they are. But when you're doing little 10mm ones like this, you're not really going to be that far. If you get somewhere close and you're like, yeah, that's good. That's the time then where you need to be doing everything in weights. If that's where you're at. I spent a lot of time just making these and just vaping 30mm at a time. And then all of a sudden jumped up. I'm not selling it, so it's not a huge deal. But from now on, I'll still be doing these 10mm testers, probably with the syringe. It's faster. It's faster to syringe it and do it in drops, but it's not as accurate. Then you've got the problem with the droppers. Capella dropper is it's that one turning itself off. Capella dropper is a lot bigger than any of these other droppers. Is that a problem? It's only a problem if I start buying Capella in bulk and start to use a syringe on it, or put it into another container and start doing drops out of that one. Then the ratio is going to be messed up. So drops are not as accurate. Am I worried about it? Me personally, this is my personal opinion, and opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, and they normally stink. But it's my personal opinion. I am absolutely fine doing syringes and drops, and continuing to do it for my own vaping needs. I am absolutely fine with it. It's not messed up anything I've ever done so far. Everything's still good, so it's not a big deal. And if you are just starting out there, that's me picking bits of skin off my hands. I'm going to continue to do that because I'm nice and relaxed on the camera. That's why we don't edit stuff and have all flashy things, because I like to do what I do when I talk to anybody. You know, if I talk to one of my friends. So anyway, what the fuck were we talking about? I don't fucking know. I just went from one thing to another and start picking my hand, and then we're all fucked up. And I've said the F word quite a few times now. But yeah, for myself, I'm really not too worried. It's not affected anything I've done. Does it change? It does change from that 15mm that I'd done of my all-day vape, the first one when I perfected it. And then I went to 30mm. Then from there I went up to 250. Well, actually I went up to 120mm bottle. Then I bought a 250mm, and now I'm doing it at 250mm at a time. I can taste the difference. There is a difference. There's more flavor inside it. I'm getting more flavor because I'm doing it with syringes, and it's probably the mils. It's probably more like 36 drops to the mil or something like that. I'm getting more, but it's not a big deal. The flavor profile is still exactly the same. It's just a little stronger. So because I'm doing it all syringes out of these bottles, it's still in the same level plane. If I've got 5mm of malted milk going in, and I've got 10mm of strawberry ripe going in, that's exactly half. It doesn't matter if I put it in drops or whether I do it in syringes, it's the half anyway. I just might have a bit more, both of them going up at the same time, up and down. If you see what I mean, the percentages of that are staying the same. The next thing, the scales, they are taking longer, and it's not something you get used to. I've only just got it, so this may be a little ignorant of me, but it's not something you're going to get used to. You're still going to have to just slow down and let the scales catch up and do that stuff. I don't think it's practical for these. If I'm making 200mm at a time, if I get this one perfected, I'll probably make my next one 30mm and do it with the scales. That's what's going to happen. The scales have got their place, and they still will. But I'll make, if this is perfect when I come to do it, or it's a little bit off, and then I'll go ahead and I'll probably be syringing it and doing drops until I get it right. Then once I get it right, I will then make a 30mm out of it and do it by weight, because the weight will still be the same unless I'm using Capella and one of the other ones, but it's going to be very, very damn close. As in the flavor mix itself, the VG to flavorings may change a little bit, but the flavorings between themselves will stay the same, if you see what I mean. But I will make it in a 30mm bottle, because then I'll probably go to a 60, and then a 120, then a 200. and the only way to get that correct is by weighing it. The weights aren't going to change. Doesn't matter what dropper you're doing it in, whether you're syringing it in there or whatever you're doing, the weight is going to be the weight. That's it. Just simple mathematics, really, isn't it? It's not going to affect anything. But if I was doing this and selling it, I would use weight all the time. I'd have to, even when I'm doing these little testers. I forgot one I done off camera earlier. Even when I'm doing these little testers, I would be doing, if I was right now had a range of 6 flavors out there and they were being sold to the public every day, and I was sat at my table mixing and trying to get another one ready, another good premium juice that everyone will love and sell. I'd be weighing it all the time. Even if I'm making 5 ml, I'd weigh it. The reason being, that one has to be the same when you put it in a 30 ml bottle as it is in a 10. Got to be, because you've got to fine tune it. And then if you start going to 60 ml bottles and 120 ml bottles, people are going to want the same thing over and over again. They don't want a slight change. They don't deserve a slight change. They deserve what they pay for. So take it like that. For the beginners out there, the first thing I ever done was got myself a syringe. I actually picked one up at the pharmacy when I stopped to get a prescription. There was a couple just free on the desk there, and I picked them up. You can get them at most pharmacies anyway, but either buy them or steal one off the counter like I did. Yeah, if you're starting out, you're going to have a handful of flavors. You'll probably have a strawberry and a couple of creams and whatever else you got, but you'll have about 10 flavors. You'll have some vegetable glycerin, you'll have some nicotine, and that's really all you need. You might have some PG, you might like a 60-40 blend or whatever. We won't go into all of that, but if you're just mixing and just starting out, I would say stay with the syringes, just to start off. Just to get yourself mixing, even if it's just for the first week. It feels like it's a minefield when you first start off, and it feels like, I know what it feels like because I've done it. I started there. And when you first do it, I jumped in head first and I just bang straight in there and started mixing stuff. Some of it was shit, some of it was fine. But I just had these simple things with a syringe and counting drops out, and I was always making 15 ml. That's all I was ever making. And then all of a sudden you hit one and you're like, need to make some more of that. So then you get some bigger syringe, you get some other syringes, a different range of them, so you can syringe it out of the bottle rather than counting out a couple hundred drops. So really draw your own conclusion. I would say for the person that's just started, and I mean just started, like today or yesterday or a week ago, or you're about to start, or your stuff's in the mail about to come to you, I would say go with your drops and your syringe for your VG and PG, and get into it. One thing you do want to remember though, if this here cost me like $15, I think $15 to $20 for these scales. They measure to 0.01 grams, just $15 to $20. The pack of syringes that I bought like a pack of 25 or 30. They were about the same price. They were like 15 to $20. So weigh it up. It's not anything to do with the price. I don't know, I just feel that it's more hands-on with this. You're getting into it, and it's so much easier to start off doing it. My personal opinion. And I've been doing it for 2 years now, and I got a set of scales last week. So it hasn't done me, it's done me fine for 2 years. And but I'm probably going to be switching the scales to do a lot of the stuff now, but for these videos I'm going to be doing a bit of both. If I come on here and I make 2 flavors, I'm going to do one on the scales and one syringing. I'm going to do it purposely for the folks out there who are syringing and doing drops. if I make one flavour, I'm going to syringe it. I need to stay with the basics, and that's where I come from. I didn't really watch many YouTube videos when I started mixing. Just the odd one here and there. there was quite a few out there 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, whenever it was, but they're few and far between. And I looked at a couple, and a lot of them didn't really help you. There was too much fucking around with it, you know what I mean, and going too far deep into it, and that kind of lost me a little bit. So yeah, the way I looked at it was that I have melon and I have a cream, and I'm going to make a creamy melon, and I'm going to put them together. You know, I've got strawberry and custard. I'm going to make a strawberry custard. Then I've got 200 flavours on the desk right now. You know, what can I make out of it? Well, you can make whatever you want. What do I feel like eating right now? There's a cake downstairs. My wife made a cake. It's chocolate. It's got toffee on the top, and it's got coconut. That's what I like to eat. That is very close to the chocolate cake as well. So we'll get a coconut that's close to it. That is, God man, it's uncanny. I've got 3 or 4 coconuts over there, but that one's real good. And then I've got like a toffee. It's like a coconut. It's like a toffee with coconut in it for the topping. See, I've started talking now. All of a sudden, we've got a. Now, where is that shit? It should be right here. Toffee dream cream. Haven't used this for a while either. A little bit stronger than what I got downstairs, but very close. I've also got a caramel. This one's pretty strong though. Yeah, it's very strong. But I could just say I use like just a drop or 2 of that and a couple of this. But there we go. There's something I like to eat right there. Is chocolate cake with like a toffee coconut. Yeah, it's not a glaze, but it's. I would go get a piece and eat it in front of you. That would be good. But it's got that topping on it, like a sticky toffee with coconut in it. So that's how I kind of think of my flavours. I've got them there, right there. You know, somebody would say, "Oh, have you got a good recipe for a strawberry cheesecake?" Yeah, get a fucking strawberry, get a cheesecake flavour, get something a little creamy, maybe just cream it up a bit. A lot of cheesecakes have got vanilla in them. You got some graham cracker crust. There we go. And I don't mean that to be patronising, which means talking down to you. I'm sorry, couldn't help that. But no, I don't mean to patronise you or patronise you, whichever country you're from. But that's how I think about it when someone asks me, "Oh, have you got a recipe for this and a recipe for that?" And I normally just go in there and type something in. It's because I have them here, and that's what I would do. I don't have a recipe. I haven't tried it, but it gives somebody something to go by, to start off with. And I won't type it in if I don't know what my flavour's like. I know what that double chocolate's like. I know the caramel candy is strong as shit. The toffee dream cream is not so strong. What else is it? We had the coconut. The coconut's it's not real strong, but it's also not too weak. It's kind of in the middle. So that's how I go about it. We've kind of come off of weights and we've shifted over to something else now, but I like to talk. So yeah, strawberry cheesecake. Well, Strawberry Ripe by TFA. We could use pie crust, but I think I'd use cheesecake graham crust for the cheesecake and the crust. It's one that I've just recently got, but what I used to use was graham cracker by Flavor West, and you only want a couple of drops in there. It's real strong. And I had a cheesecake by somebody. Cheesecake may even be in with the cream, so I may have moved it over there because it is kind of creamy. I bet I did. All right, well, I'll go with those and a touch of vanilla And I would put some, I like my cheesecake cream. I make a mean cheesecake, really good. I'm known as the cheesecake man by my neighbours. So, oh, I've got Coulada in my creams. Yeah, so there we go, like a vanilla bean ice cream. There, we'll take the vanilla out. Make it simple. There we go. Should we mix it? Fuck it, let's mix it. Should we do it on the scales? Let's do it on the scales. We can do what the fuck we want, right? I'll restart the camera and we'll make this video a bit longer and I'll mix up some cheesecake. Alrighty, I'm back. Let's put my microphone down. This is what I like about unscripted shows. I knew what I was going to do and now all of a sudden I've gone somewhere else with it. But we use the scales. Like I said, I'm trying to use them a lot because to get used to them. And I do see the pluses and the minuses as we've already talked about. But normally with... it's just because I don't have this filled up. Oh, and I haven't got a bottle, have I? We already know that. I would just leave 10 of these things out on the desk at all times. And actually, before I came on camera, I was making a cheesecake. Very much different than the one I'm putting together now. It's a little bit more complex, but sometimes the simple ones are the best ones. Okay, put him in and turn him on. I'm not going to worry about the little camera. We're not doing any close-up shit. Oh, we haven't made it. We haven't made a recipe yet, have we? Right, new recipe. Do you know what? I should have done this first before switching the camera on. Now we're going to take up some time. Do you know what? I could work it out in my head, but now we're doing weights and shit. This is something I'm not so used to. So we've got vanilla bean ice cream. Have I got that one in here? Vanilla bean ice cream by the Flavour Apprentice. I don't have it by Capella in here, so I know I've got to add it. This is what's annoying about this one. I'm just going to call it VBIC. And it's by Capella. Okay. And where's it gone? God, this is quite annoying. There it is. Let's put it in with the C's. Oh dear. Okay, so we're working everything around the cheesecake. Okay, the cheesecake's got to be the star. Vanilla bean is there to give the cheesecake some body and a bit of the vanilla, little touch of vanilla, and the strawberry ripe needs to be just under the cheesecake. And I kind of know where the order these are coming from, so we're going to do the vanilla bean ice cream at just one. We go 2. It's not a strong taste, but it's got a lot of body to it. It's nice. It really gives it some thickness. I guess is what I'm looking for. Cheesecake graham cracker crust. Cheesecake graham crust. I've got that one in here. Alright, we're going to go 4. Not going to make this one very strong. I'm going to keep the... I've got to just go back to my roots a little bit. I've been getting stronger and stronger with my flavours, and I think sometimes there's no need to. I'm just going to go... I'm going to go 4% with the strawberry ripe as well. The cheesecake will still overshadow it. Strawberry ripe. Okay. Alright, we've got something. It's 10ml flavour. Now I've got to get this stupid little slider to get my VGPG right, which is really fucking annoying. There we go. I'll get it close anyway. Alright, and it's let's just call it VIBC cheesecake ripe. Okay, we got ourselves a mix. We're doing it by weight, and let's go get it. 11.31. Turn the scales on, shall we? 11.31 of vegetable glycerin. So we'll look at the weight and the drops and the spout at the same time to make sure not going over. 11.31. .35. That's good enough. Well, it does say to put 0.03 grams of PG in it as well. So we're not putting that in. So we're adding that to the VG. So that does come out almost exact. That's what I don't like about this app. Okay, vanilla bean ice cream, which I'm running out of. I emailed Bull City Flavors. Emailed them today and asked them if I could put an order in and come pick it up. I'm waiting to hear back from them. They'll hopefully get back to me tomorrow. But that'd be nice if I can just order online and just go get it. Saves having to wait for vape mail, right? Let's tear this out first. Right, 0.21. There we go. Go back in there, let's tear it out again. Cheesecake graham crust, 0.41. Let's actually count the drops then. Stop doing that. Old habits die hard. Okay, that one goes over there. Strawberry ripe, one of my favourite. Actually, it's everybody's favourite. I asked that question on Facebook. If you could only have 2 or 3 flavours, can't remember what it was. I think it was 3 flavours. Everyone picked strawberry ripe. See, now if I was making a big batch, I could just squirt this shit in there and get there really quicker than I can with syringes and that. It's just a little bit fiddle fuck with what we got going on here. Alright, let's go mix this bitch up. Let's clean this thing because we've had a different flavour in there and I didn't clean it. Actually, I've got to clean that tray off as well. The scales are, there's something on the scales. Oh, it's starting to get banged up a little bit. This needs new batteries, I think. Yeah, it's slowing down when I put it against the side now. It's taking a little bit longer as well to froth. But I've done a lot of mixes with it. I put 10 30ml bottles together and probably something like 20 10ml bottles since I've had this thing. So it's it's been used 30 times for a minute and a half each time. So, and the batteries are still going, and I can just feed him getting a little weaker. Alright. Seeing we were talking about how easy it is to DIY. There it is. I was thinking of a cheesecake and I've put one together. Is it good? Yes, it is. You can't really go wrong with what I just done. Is it perfect? No. No, it's not. But we're the beginning. We are the beginner. We've just got into it. And we just put a cheesecake together that we really like. What we like to eat. And we've put something very close to it together. Something you'll get used to is where to start with percentages. What I would say is go to eliquidrecipes.com and have a look at the recipes on there and see what everyone else is using for that particular. Do a search for like strawberry ripe and see what other people are using it at. You can go to eSig Express and put cheesecake graham crust in there, and it will take you to where it is where you can buy it. Go down a bit further and you'll see the reviews on it. People will tell you, oh, I used it at 2% in a flavouring and 4% on its own and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's out there. You can find that stuff or you can test it yourself. A lot of the times I look at what reviewers are saying, and and then if I'm buying it, I'll look at the reviews, and it gives me some kind of idea of how strong it is. A lot of people say, do not use this over this, and 4 people say that, you're like, you're not going to use it over that. So it's it's a good place to start. All right, well, I've just chatted on far too long. This has turned into a good 40-50 minute video where it should have been like a 20-minute video. But okay, so where do you go, scales or this? It's your choice. If you're doing it all the time and you're serious about it, you need to go scales. If you're doing it like I was for 2 years and vaping all of this for myself and not anyone else, and just enjoying it as a hobby, I didn't worry about the scales. A lot of it I've made, I'll tell you how many juices I've made in a 30ml bottle. Probably 30 maybe in 30ml bottles. I've got through maybe 200-300 15ml bottles in the last couple of years, and that's with washing them out as well. If I count the ones I washed them out and used them again, you're probably looking at more like 500 15ml bottles. So that's where this over here wins for me. All those flavors that didn't work and stuff like that, I wasn't there meticulously putting drops in on that. This worked for me and I was fine with it. Now I've used this, I like it, and I know where I want to use it, but I won't be using it all the time. I know where and when to do it for me. And like I said, some of you guys won't agree with it, and you'll say, it's less messy and it's this and it's that, and you haven't thought of this, and it's so inaccurate with this and all that. That's fine. I'm not going to win those arguments. But my thing is, for the beginner, get what's easy. And make it simple. Make it simple on yourself. Whichever that might be. Maybe scales is the simple way for you. All right, let's put down what we call it, VIBC. VIBC cheesecake. Cheesecake ripe. And it's 0 milligrams of nicotine, because I'm running out of nicotine, or getting low on it anyway, and I don't need to put it in all these trial ones. I'm just wasting it. Need to be putting it in the stuff that I'm actually vaping. Okay, there we go. It's another video. I'll see you later, folks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and come back and see us. We're putting out a lot of videos lately, and also look down below. You'll see our recipe archive. For those of you that have been with us for a while, I've actually gone in there and gone through and taken out the crappy recipes, the ones that I thought they don't belong in here, and the ones that I thought were okay but they weren't for me, like the cake ones where I thought they were well balanced, but it wasn't my kind of cake. I left them in there because I still think they were a good mix. But there was a couple in there I deleted and got rid of. But so the ones that are in there are the better ones. They're all good ones. There's some exceptional ones in there, and there's a lot of exceptional ones that the members here, subscribers here, have given us. So that's in a link underneath this video, and also there is our Facebook page. Come over, be a member. You'll love it over there. It's big resource of people helping each other out and sharing flavors and having a bit of a fun and stuff like that. And it's 24 hours a day. You're not just waiting for a video to come out to comment. It's ongoing all the time. So I like that. It's cool. But the videos won't stop. This is a YouTube channel, not a Facebook page. It's primarily YouTube. So anyway, I'll stop talking now, and I'll see you later.